Greetings, I'm Nia Sutton, and I'm a second-year graduate student pursuing my Master of Public Health at Georgia State University. For this project, I have the pleasure of working with Nicole Bonner. The topic we will discuss in this issue advocacy presentation is the need to improve cultural competence in health and physical education. This issue impacts all students in all schools and all school systems across the United States, and especially racial and ethnic minorities, students with disabilities, and students of varying faith groups, to name a few. Cultural competence is defined as having the ability to function effectively, individually, and as an organization within the context of cultural beliefs, behaviors, and needs of community or population group. This skill set equips educators to be effective with students from cultures different than their own. Cultural competence encompasses awareness of cultural diversity and the ability to learn and build on the varying cultural and community norms of students. This enables understanding of within-group differences that make each student unique, but also allows teachers to celebrate the differences between groups. This understanding informs and expands teaching practices in culturally competent educators' classrooms. So most times when we think of culture, we automatically think about race and ethnicity. While these are prominent characteristics that define culture, it can also be defined by gender, gender identity, sexual orientation, religion, socioeconomic status, and even geographic location. Cultural subgroups can also include military families, age and generational groups like millennials or baby boomers, and persons with disabilities. An effective educator must be sure to consider and acknowledge each of these groups and any others that may have diverse needs in an educational setting. Now we will discuss the importance of cultural competence in physical and health education. Cultural competence allows for educational curricula and activities to be designed and implemented with consideration to students of various cultural groups. For example, if a physical education teacher is planning out sports activities for a school with a large population of foreign-born students, he or she should incorporate sports that are played internationally and not just in the U.S. Not only will this be inviting and appropriate to the foreign-born students, but it will also be a learning opportunity and a teaching opportunity for American-born students. If a health educator is teaching a sex education in a predominantly Muslim community, the educator should learn that faith's messages about sex and incorporate those messages or at least address them in the lessons. Educators should also consider the varying needs of different groups like boys versus girls and able-bodied students versus students with physical and learning disabilities. Female students may have complications with menstruation or required to wear gym attire depending upon their religious beliefs. When curricula and activities are being planned, educators must ensure that all students, despite their ability status, have received adequate physical education and have equal opportunities to participate. This means that activities should include tasks that all students can perform, even if they are divided into separate groups. This will also require educators and schools to ensure that supplemental instruments for disabled students are made available to them. By failing to consider cultural differences and needs, educators are depriving students of adequate education and further limiting their opportunities to reach optimal health. Cultural competence allows us to best meet the needs of students and deliver physical and health education that prepares them for healthy lives into adulthood. The resources that we used for this project are the Substance Abuse Prevention Training Skills Curriculum, which was developed by the Center for the Application of Prevention Technologies through the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Administration. And we also pulled an article that was written by Chris Lehman, and it was posted by the George Lucas Educational Foundation. The article is entitled, "How Leaders Can Improve Their School's Cultural Competence." Thank you.